Hello everyone, my name is Phawx. We have some fresh new leaks on the GPD Win Max. It happened way early in the morning. If you go, I will have the invite for the GP Discord in my description field in the comment section. It seems like if you want the freshest, best leaks, definitely come and join this Discord because they're coming here fast and pretty hot. I got this image at 3 or 2 a.m., but I got a cropped image of it. So the difference between when I get stuff and when leakers are leaking them is becoming very, very rapid. Again, this is all on the GPD Win Max channel. It was leaked at 4:58 a.m. by the user Zayn Bien. So thanks, dude, for leaking these images. And from these images, we can kind of deduce a few things which we're going to go over right now. So first things first, let's go back on the original picture. What is what we know so far with the part one? This is the proto board, and it looks like really rough. And now we can kind of see where we are now, and you can see that this is officially the WinMax V100. So this is the first, I would say, real proto board. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the money shot of the system on a chip, and we can see the RYZEN here. So it is a Ryzen chip. If you were to just use image processing techniques and kind of look at it in different ways, you will be able to understand that this is indeed the Ryzen V1605B, which is the same chip scheduled to be in the SMOC Z. So now we all know what chip is going to be in the GPD Win Max. It is a pretty capable chip, especially when you start tuning it for TDP. TDP is yet to be determined on what it will actually be final, so that is still up in the air, but we can kind of comment on some other things. Number two, there is the micro SD slot, which you can see on the right hand side of the machine. Obviously we're looking at the left, but if you were to flip it right ways where the user is going to use it, that would be on the right side. Here is the M2 slot, and you can see that there are no mounting holes anywhere to be seen, and that is likely because the mounting holes are on the plastic shell itself, much like the Win 2 is, so that it will be user replaceable. But obviously we have a lot of room here, and you can fit up to 2280, so that is very nice. Some other things that we see here is just a giganto battery. I don't know any of the specs on it just yet. We don't know what voltage it's running or amperage, so that is still to be determined. I have heard some numbers, but again, there's no real point in talking about that because it's not final. Let me go ahead and zoom in over here. One thing that you can see over here that's on this analog stick, if we read this, it says Win Max LJ, left joystick, V100. So this is a PCB that is sitting on top of the analog stick, so on the bottom of it. So this is pretty much confirmation right here that it is clickable sticks, and this is the part that we'll be clicking into, which is interesting. I wonder how that's going to work out in practice, but hopefully it's something that GPD has been playing around with for a while. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Wi-Fi card. I don't know if this is going to be the official one, and we really can't make out what it is, but it looks pretty similar to other stuff that GPD has used. But I think it's probably within the realm of reason that it is going to be an Intel Wi-Fi thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the heatsink itself. So right here we can see that it does have two heat pipes, which is really nice. And then if we go back here and we see those two fans, we can see the whole assembly and how it's going to operate. So it will be able to cool off a good amount of heat, and these heat pipes, especially with how they're using the heat pipes lately, especially in the GPD Win Micro, the GPD Micro PC, that one is able to cool off 10 watt very effectively with a similar heat pipe design and only a single fan. So this should be able to cool off 25 watt really well. Will it be able to cool off 35 watt? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. For me, I think that 25 watt is probably the reasonable area to look at this. And if someone wanted to compare to say, hey, how fast does the V1605B run? It's worth pointing out that the 2500U and the V1605OB are pretty much identical. AMD does have the embedded line for different reasons, and there's not things that come standard with V16 for the V series versus the U series. There are things that need to be designed. AMD gives reference designs, but Largely embedded is not supposed to be portable, and GPD has to do a lot of stuff to actually make this work portable. Same for the Smock team. So that's that. You can look and kind of get a vague idea of performance, but remember, you have to keep in mind if you're looking up performance metrics for the V16, well, 2500U or V1605B, make sure to keep in mind what resolutions that these games are running at when they're getting frame rate. Additionally, make sure to understand that the people that are running it are testing for TDP as well. Many times people are TDP unaware. They just assume that the thing will take as much power as it possibly can and do what it's supposed to do. That's not always the case. But you can get some general guesstimates, and I have some numbers, but I don't want to share just yet, which is more accurate to what we should expect out of this. Anyway, as always, thank you for your time. Thanks so much for watching. This is the GPD Win Max Part 2, What We Know So Far. Thanks for watching.